A Maine court's requiring the Secretary of State to reword a ballot question about the future of utility service in the state over concerns the current language could mislead voters. Maine voters are expected to participate in a November referendum about a proposal to replace Maine's privately owned electric utilities with a consumer-owned Pine Tree Power Company. A group called Our Power is leading the charge behind the proposal. Secretary of State Shetta Bellows released wording about the question in January. Cumberland County Superior Court ruled yesterday that voters might not understand it and that Bellows must revise it.